Good evening, folks. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you had a good day. Congratulations to England on winning the game against Croatia 4-2. But as hats off to Croatia for giving England a good game. But today I'm going to talk about injuries in professional wrestling. A few days ago, last week, I think Sheamus posted something on Instagram about being injured, being cut open wide at the gym, accident at the gym. So this gave me a good idea to talk about the word injuries in professional wrestling. There have been so many injuries in wrestling that, and some of them have so many surgeries on their their knees, their hips, their necks, everything, and there's some of them still have to compete, and it's crazy what they do in the ring. So there's so many people in the business as neck broken. For example, Edge, for example, he had his neck broken in 2003. And I don't know how he did it. We didn't know. Then he had to have neck surgery, like plate screws and all that, my neck, and then he knew it was on borrowed time, and then he continued when he come back in 2004. He wrestled for 6 more years, but he was still in a lot of pain. And he's still in pain, and when he was doing moves like his spear and all that, he will sometimes struggle to get up, and he was forced to retire in 2011 due to the neck in all that. Luckily he did, because if he didn't, and if he continued doing this, he would end up in a wheelchair. And luckily, and now he's, after that, he came back, and fair play to him, fair play for Edge to coming back. Stone Cold Steve Austin in 1997 got his neck broken by Owen Hart, unfortunately. But they'll do a power driver. Owen Hart will do a power driver to Stone Cold Steve Austin, and his neck will be between Owen's leg, and he power driving him, and his neck, and he couldn't move and all that. His neck, all back of his neck, all was normal, that he couldn't move, and he had to surrender the Intercontinental title and the tag team titles due to the injury, and he also was on borrowed time because he couldn't do a lot, but he tried to, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he had to retire in 2003 due to so many injuries and that. The Undertaker, another one who's had so many surgeries, hip surgeries, legs, all that. He had so many surgeries due to in 1998 he got his foot broken. I think it was during the Hell in a Cell match with Mankind, or we do a summit with Paul Bearer. I'm not too sure how it happened. And he still had to continue wrestling for 12 to 13 months with a broken foot. To think about that 1 second. Somebody with a broken foot continue to wrestle for 13, 14 months. Still to wrestle 13, still to wrestle 13 to 14 months. Crazy. He's had so many, and the match at the Elimination Chamber 2010 when he would come down to the entrance and he got burnt. Luckily, it wasn't the luckily it was the at and that. But if he didn't, who knows what would have happened. But Undertaker, lucky man, that he didn't get burnt, but he got burnt, but not as much. But luckily it wasn't bad, very bad. Triple H, 2001. Him, Stone Cold Steve Austin against Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit for the tag team title on Raw after Judgment Day, I think. Chris Jericho do the World of Jericho on Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Triple H came in the ring and when elbowed Jericho to the back, but it was soft apparently, and Triple H torn his quad. He torn his quad in the middle of the net match. And to his credit, he said to Chris Jericho, finish the job, finish the thingy, put the World of Jericho on the Spanish table. Of all the things, you let your opponent do the finishing move on you, the quad, when you got to torn your quad. Crazy. I couldn't let people do that. Then did it in 2006 in New Year Revolution against when him and Shawn against Randy Orton on Edge. It's crazy what these wrestlers do in the ring. Chris Benoit broke his neck and he had to have neck surgery and he was out for a year. Eddie Guerrero broke his arm, and I watched this live. He would do the frog splash, I think, to Billy Gunn or Raw Dog. You could see his arm just broke, and it wasn't pretty. Randy Orton dislocated his shoulder, and just like punching the ring mat in the ring when he would do the set up to his finishing move, and he just dislocated it. Dislocated his shoulder. Rey Mysterio, he's had loads of surgeries on his knees, everything, and he's still competing in his 50s. Shawn Michaels broke his back in 1998. He had to retire, and then 4 years later he came back better than ever. These wrestlers, what they do in the ring, it is crazy what they do in the ring. If they do a move on their opponent and it could go wrong, I don't know what could happen. They could get injured or they could injure their opponent. Mick Foley, for example, he has so many injuries. He's got half an ear missing. He's got the Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker in King of the Ring in '98. The dislocated shoulder. I think it's tooth up his nose, or Peter, I don't know what it were. Blood, everything, he suffered loads of injuries that night. It's crazy, crazy. Vince McMahon, another one, who came to the ring at Royal Rumble 05 and went in the ring and he got up. He had to fall down because he torn both of his quads, both of them, both left and right. They always say to the fans, do not try this at home because it is dangerous. Yes, it is. Yes, it's like a soap. It's like a soap, TV soap. But what they do in the ring is risk taking. There's so many. Cody Rhodes in 2022, I think. Yeah, 2022, I think, yeah. He torn the bicep, I think, doing the waist, and he continued doing the match a couple of days later against Seth Rollins, and you could see he was there, but he didn't show it. That's another guy who I respect. I don't like him, but I respect him for that. Um, Leader Netbooker do the stunt in a film or whatever she was doing. It is the risk they put, the injuries and the risk professional wrestlers do in the ring, it is madness. I respect all of them, whether I like them or don't like them. I respect every person who laced up a pair of boots, who went in the ring and busted their backside, busted their asses, and some of them come out injured, and still manage to wrestle the next night, and for the next 2 months or 3 months or 6-12 months, whatever. I respect them more. Vader against Stan Lane, Stan Anderson, whatever his name is, eye popped out. Wasn't nice. Rick Rude had to retire due to a back injury against Sting in the 92, 93, I don't know when it was. I know one of them. It's crazy what, and some of them don't like me. I don't think some of them don't like missing time off because if they're the champion and they want to represent the wrestling company as the champion, and they have to surrender it or be stripped of the championship, and it might take them ages to get back the championship or get back to be the best. Some of them are forced to retire due to injuries, due to neck injuries, due to leg injuries, due to every injury. Some of them have to retire and never return to the ring. Jason Jordan, Tyson Kidd, all of them, and that's why I respect every single one of them, no matter who they are, whether it's Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Rhea Ripley. Even I don't like him, Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, all of them. Even people in AEW, all these, I respect all of them for putting their bodies on the line every single day to make sure us, the fans, go home happy. Even though some of the wrestlers are injured, tired, and all that, but they still come come through that curtain and make sure we have a good night, whether they're injured or so especially injured. So respect to all of them. Injuries in wrestling isn't fun, and it is. You've got people neck breaking, having the neck surgery, knee surgery. They have the broken foot. Finn Balor in 2016 got his disclated shoulder. He had to do it. It's back, and it wasn't pretty. The injuries Kevin Owens, another one, neck broken, and he had to got surgery last year, and I don't know if he will return. I hope he will. I hope he will return. They've got so many current injuries in WWE right now. It's crazy. And that is all, folks, for my wrestling injuries in wrestling. Tomorrow, it'll be. I get up my brain. Tomorrow is my top 10 snooker players and top 10 Premier League stadiums. One second. From the 25th to the 23rd to the 25th, I'll be doing my top 10 TLC / ladder matches. Will be the next 5 I'm on video. Who will be the next England manager in the next 5 years? The 5 next England managers, and who should be in the England managers? 5 England managers. Also this week the football features come out for the Premier League, and next week the Championship features next Thursday. So next Thursday I'll be talking about the football features for the Premier League and the Championship and and maybe the Scottish Premier League. I don't know. I don't know if they come out next week, but I'll have a look. But if not, it'll be the Premier League fixtures and the English and the Championship fixtures and League One and League Two. So I'll do that again. So next week, will be the 5 managers. Will be the England manager, 5 England managers next 5 years, and the 5 who should be the England manager in the past. Two of them who I've got in mind for that are on the list already. You will see. And my top 10 TLC / ladder matches. The football features will be out this week, so I'll be doing that next week with the Championship ones. I'll be thinking what else I'll be doing next week. But until then, have yourself a good night.